Okay. So, never underestimate people and things. Like, I have just watched it. Omarion and Mario. Their names are similar. That's why I was confused. Yeah, Mario and Omarion. Yeah, Omarion's been out here doing concerts. He's been doing stuff. I absolutely love his music. But song choice is extremely important. I don't know what songs O was picking, but he picked out of the wrong bag. Because let me tell you something now. Omar, what's his name? Omarion. No, what the hell's his name? What is his name? Hold on one sec. Had to regroup herself. Their names are so like similar that I was getting them mixed up. So Mario, hello baby. He came guns blazing, and not only did he come guns blazing, he was prepared. Like, listen, vocals prepared. He sounded like the record because obviously he had backing tracks, but he was letting you know he was letting you know what was backing track and what was him singing. He was even like cutting out the tracks so you could know, like, yeah, this is all me singing. I'm not saying Omarion cannot sing, not saying that. I am a fan of Omarion, but in the verses, clearly Mario won. And I hate doing that. I hate like this whole, like when you compare and, well, this person was better and did that. I hate doing that. But this was a clear slide. Mario chose the best songs. Even his new songs that he was playing were perfect. He picked perfect songs for his voice. He picked perfect songs for like not jumping up too much, so we still had time for you to like, he had time to sing and you could hear his vocals. Clearly he's been working on his vocals because breathing technique, clarity, diction, sound. He sounded good. His runs were clean. Are you hearing me? The runs were perfect. And when people sing live, you have to give a little leeway for people who sing live, because there's times where people sing live and like it's not the greatest. Unless you're like Beyonce and you're training and you're working out, yeah. Sometimes these live shows can be a bit stuffy, can be a bit weird, you know what I mean? But I keep on saying but because I'm just literally like, and I know a lot of people must have thought, Omarion's definitely gonna win because, when's the last time Mario's been doing music and like he's been out here, but not how Omarion's been out here. My camera keeps on slipping. I'm gonna have to just let it slip. Whoop. So, but never underestimate the power of picking the right songs. Number one. Number two, you could see who's been working at their craft. No shade to it's very possible that he's just enjoying life at the moment, like going on holidays, eating fruit, meditating and just loving life. And he loves dancing, so obviously he dances all the time. But in terms of singing, in terms of, but what I will say, I was about to say something then, but what I will say, he was having technical difficulties. As a person that does music, on his end, there was technical problems with his monitors and with his mic, and there was a problem because he couldn't even hear himself. And sometimes when a person's not singing their greatest, it's because they cannot hear themselves. So if you can hear yourself, you can correct yourself. If you can't hear yourself and you sound messed up, you can't recover from that. It's hard to recover. From a person who's done live shows and all that, it's really hard, especially when it's loud. If you can't hear what you're doing, you can't hear, like, is that right or wrong? So you keep going. And sometimes when you catch you catch a bit and you think, that was off, that can throw you off your music game also. Like, I'm editing this video, I remembered something else. So this is Ice editing version, yeah? That although there was an issue, technical issue with his mic and his monitors, he also had some live band situation going on. So he was kind of doing, some were backing tracks, some was live instruments being played, but it wasn't full enough. It wasn't loud enough. I don't know if the drums wasn't mic'd properly, or the bass. It just wasn't enough. He was giving more of a live feel to stuff. And then when he did use backing tracks, they weren't loud enough. And his technician, I don't know who it was, I couldn't see, but wasn't, you know, like kind of when it don't sound right, you're supposed to like put his mic up and make sure that the music is leveled up, but that wasn't happening. If you check it, yeah, if you watch back and you look at Mario's technician, yeah, he was on job. I mean, it was a couple of times that he was like, oh, turn my mic up or whatever else. But all in all, he was on job. He was like, you could hear him turning up, turning down, and making sure the levels were right. So yeah, back to what we was just doing. Like, I know that to be true. When you feel like you're not doing a great job or you could have done better, you start beating yourself up within the performance. But it's about preparation. And I'm not saying he didn't prepare. He just didn't prepare as much as Mario did. And that is evident in the vocal arrangements, in the vocals, in the structure of what songs to do and what not to do, what was the fans' favourites. Like Omarion didn't really do any fan favourites. He just done random ass songs. I feel like he didn't prepare. I could be wrong in saying this, but he has got tunes that I could pull up at least 20 songs that I know that are bangers for Omarion. So for him to come out and do one or two, and then his backing tracks weren't high enough. They were low. There should have been more prep. I'm sorry. There should have been more prep. There should have been more prep in a lot of areas. He prepped obviously in the dancing and prepped on what he was going to wear. And I don't know what was with the watermelon. Like, if you want more people to eat fruit, I get it. But there's a time and a place. Like, it was a bit weird, a bit gimmicky. He doesn't need to be gimmicky because he good people. Do you know what I mean? But it created like a level of cheese to his performance, which he doesn't need that because he's a great performer. So it was a little bit disheartening, in all honesty. But shout out to both of them because, you know, you being brave to go out and do that is just big and brave anyway. So shout out to you guys for having the balls to do it anyway. But Mario, by a landslide, bust his ass. Facts, no fiction. Yes, people might say, it's opinion. Yeah, but I'm also a music lover. I know music and I know what I heard. I know how I gave Omarion plenty chances to redeem himself. He didn't. Song choice after song choice was just... And the thing is, some of the songs that he did, it's not like they're not bangers, you know. It's just, it wasn't loud enough. So it's like the tunes that he chose needed to be loud. They needed to have, so you could have the impact of the song. There was something wrong, man. Technical difficulties. It was between two things. Technical difficulties and also preparation. Yeah. But I love both of them. But Mario, he killed that. He looked good. He sounded good. His interaction with the crowd was good. His runs were good. Did you hear his runs? Oh, his runs were excellent. He just sounded like the record. When you as an artist can sound like the record, when you can sound like you're in the studio and you're doing it live, you're winning. So that is my review on the verses and the foolishness that happened before they came on threw me also, because there was just too much aggy and not getting to the music. And they were playing some tunes, but they were just being too aggy. It was just unnecessary. Like, just play your damn tunes. Like, yeah, there was a lot of like hazing and teasing, and I know that they do that in the verses, but as a person that loves music, I just want to get to the music. All that hazing stuff, it's neither here or there to me, do you know what I mean? But the music, it's about the music. It's about the music. It's about the music. Pleasure P, although he picked very good songs, I'll give him credit for picking songs. He picked the right songs. there was too much of, I wrote this, I wrote that. Nobody cares. Well, clearly you care, but I feel like he picked good songs, so he didn't need to do a disclaimer because he did a good job. It was almost like he must have thought he was losing and felt like he needed to big himself up. And it's like, no, you're doing good, you're doing fine. It was weird because he's actually doing good. Bobby V, he chose some really good songs also, not gonna lie. I feel like his catalogue of was also a good pick as well. Vocally, there was bits here and there that there was bits that needed help, it needed work, but it was still a great choice. It was still, he chose good songs for what the night was. Ray J. I like Ray J. I actually like Ray J, but I think what happens with Ray J is that when he came out with this music, it banged at the time, but certain songs do not transcend, and I think that's what happened. It's almost like for the time it was a brilliant, and I won't take that away from him, but then it's like, now what? You know, when you get that now what, it's kind of like now what? And so now he's trying to do it in 2022. He didn't, and then like vocally, I know he's better than that. Once again, listen, some people just feel like, I did this tune, I can sing, don't need to practice, and just go out there and do it. And it's evident that if you don't practice and if you don't keep that in check, baby, who was the other one? Sammy surprised me. And the only reason why Sammy surprised me is because I don't know Sammy's catalogue all that well. And considering that I don't know his music all that well, I was pleasantly surprised. And also, I appreciated the songs that he picked, and I appreciated that he sounded good when he was doing it. I don't know him that well. But so that just goes to show picking the right songs and being able to sing and who's practicing, it shows. So if you all think you can just jump on verses or jump on something and use that ain't practicing, because Omarion is better than his performance. Ray J is better than his performance. Who else was on there? Was there somebody else that I'm missing?
It's the best day ever on the beat of the year, bro. Hey, y'all think it sound crazy. He's not. If we tried that, we could. Somewhere to climb. It's warm long as you will. Stop.
Anyway, well, that was my review on the verses of Omarion and Mario. I keep on getting their names mixed up. I go to call him Mario, and it's like, that's not his name. That doesn't even make sense. But yeah, I get confused. So Mario won this one. Hands down. Vocally, stage presence, no gas, got to the nitty gritty of why we came here. No gimmicks. Vocally, ooh, my favorite of the night vocally. And song choice, perfect. Even these new ones that I didn't know, I was like, these bang, this can run, this pops. So yeah, if you haven't been to my channel before, I'm Ice. And this was my review on the verses. This was my first review. I may do more, I don't know, but I had to do it because it was like, I didn't know what I was watching. I was like this. Yeah, it threw me for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I expected more of certain people, but now I'm like, don't have no expectations, just because preparation will kick anybody's ass. You prepare, you get that stuff done, it shows, and it showed. So yeah, that was my review, guys. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, subscribe to my channel. I'm Ice. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I share with you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. So, did you see the part where O's on the floor and he's doing this? Okay. Please subscribe and yeah.